Hey guys, welcome to another day of trading on Pocket Options. Today is Tuesday, so I'm about to do some live trading on here. For those that don't know, Pocket Options is a binary trading option platform. And what that really means is you select whether you think the price is going to go up or down within a given time period, and that's about it. And so if it happens, you win. If it doesn't, you lose. There is no stop option or stop losses or take profits and things like that. You don't really select the price. Binary options just means it's either going to go up or down from the price you entered. I'm as usual. I'm kind of trading and practicing the same strategy, which is SMA crossover with fractals. Um, these little arrows here are the fractals, and the two lines, the white and the blue, is the SMA. I also like to use the stochastic oscillator, which kind of tells you if it's overbought whenever it's in the above the 80% line, or it's oversold whenever it's below the 20% line. So that kind of helps just to give it an additional confirmation. The SMAs, I'm really trading towards the direction of the white line, right? So if the white line crosses over downwards from the blue, I'm going to take a trade down. If it crosses over upwards, then I'm going to take a buy trade. And as always, just remember, just trade with the trend. So first things is we identify the trend. Is it going downward? Is it uptrend or downtrend? And then look for an opportunity in that direction. It just increases the chances that you'll win. And it's just a good rule of thumb to remember. So with that said, let's get into it, and we'll take a few minutes here just to find a good pair and see if we can make some money. If you need a quick tutorial of how to set up all of these indicators and what all of this stuff means, I have another video. Check it out on my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, comment. I'll always answer them. And then if you're looking just to get started and try out Pocket Options, I'll leave a link to a promo code below, 60% promo code. So basically, if you deposit 100 bucks, you will get an extra $60 for free just to trade with, which is a pretty awesome deal. So take advantage of it while it lasts. Uh, and again, you know, let me know if you have any questions about it. All right, this is shaping up to be a decent one. So if this closes with a cross confirmed, I'll probably take this trade. Um, if this is the first time you're watching this, always take the trade at the beginning of the candle. So never take a trade in the middle. There it is. You guys saw that? So even though it was kind of trying to push up, because I'm trading with the trend, there's a lot of downward pressure. And so ultimately it gave in and closed in the green. So that's great. That's why that rule is so important. All right, let's see if we can find another pair. Okay, so this is clearly a trend upwards. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And so although this is kind of curving downwards, I will not take that trend because it's in the overbought area. For me to take this trade, I'll need to see this stochastic oscillator below the 20% line, and I'll need to see a crossover to upwards, which is not happening. So we'll just keep looking. If depending on what time zone you are, if you're on the East Coast, you're kind of lucky because that's when the New York session opens. So there's always more activity and volume at that time, which is good. You want to trade during times when there's a lot of liquidity, which means a lot of people in the market trading, buying, selling, and so on. I'm on the West Coast, so it's like almost noon, 3 p.m. on the New York time. Market's still open, but as the day goes on, the volume decreases. So if you're on the East Coast, start as early as possible. Ideally, if you can do it even before 9 a.m., before 9:30 a.m., then it's like a perfect time because you're at the overlap between London session and New York, which is a great time, a lot of liquidity. But you know, if you can't, that's okay. Just a little tip there. The earlier in the market it is, the better. The more volume, the more liquidity, and the higher chance that the 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 price will respect the structure and will respect the rules. Again, this is kind of crossing over, but I would want to take a trade somewhere here, here, not when it's curving downwards. So this is really it. We just keep looking until an opportunity comes up. This is an interesting one. Let's see. Although I kind of missed this already, so I'm going to pass on this one. You see, it's too far from where the fractal printed. The rule is that we need the fractal, and then we're gonna and then a crossover towards the opposite direction of the fractal. That's what we need. Unfortunately, the fractal printed a while ago, so I would have typically traded taken a trade like right here on this one. Um, but we missed that. This is an interesting one. Although this looks like a downward, downtrend, um, it's kind of up and down. It's not really a clear downtrend. So I could take this, but it's a little risky, so I'd rather pass. Not in a rush. This one is a downtrend. So it was going up and then it broke structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then it lower high, lower low, definitely lower high, and it's kind of moving downwards. So this has definitely broken structure and moving downwards. Um, but I don't see an opportunity here. This is looking interesting. So if we get a crossover towards the upside, I will take this. This is kind of in the middle, so it's not overbought, not oversold, kind of at the right price. If you're wondering why I keep, clicking through the different pairs, I'm trying to stay within the 92% out payout pairs, just because below that it's not really worth it, right? But if we don't have enough, any opportunities, I usually will dip down into the lower payouts and just see if there's any opportunity there. So notice this one, it does not say OTC. That means this is the real pair. So if you look on TradingView or anywhere, the price should match that on TradingView. Whereas with the OTC, the over-the-counters, the price will not match on TradingView. So you can't really use TradingView for that. And that's because OTC is just on this platform. We're just trading against people and on the platform, and the price is based on that rather than the real market. And this could be interesting. It's kind of a weak crossover, but if this does confirm the cross, we'll take it. Oh, dang it. That was a mistake. It like flipped back at the last second. That's unfortunate. As always, the rule is if I lose two consecutive trades, then I just stop. You know, it's just a good rule of thumb. Saves a lot of money and frustration. I hesitated on that one because notice how it rejected from here, this little wick here, this thin one, that means it re rejected it. So there's a high chance that it's going to move upwards, and I didn't want to take a downtrend, so I'll trade on that one. So, and it does look like it's moving into the green, so that's a little tricky. It did end up down, which is good. Yeah. I've seen a ton of opportunities. I mean, there'll be days when you just like every pair you click, there seems to be an opportunity, but then there's days when there really aren't any opportunities, and that's okay. Um, you have to kind of go with whatever the market is. You can't really force the market. It doesn't work on your time or whenever you have time. You just kind of have to keep, be consistent, um, have discipline, don't overtrade, and it'll happen. And I'm really dipping into some of these low payouts just to see if there's anything. It's not looking good, guys. Wow, I just don't see anything. Maybe this one will flip. Let's see. This may be something. I'll probably take this one if it closes. Oof. I went a little bit too much, but let's take it. Oh, that was. Did you guys see that? That was really close. That's like a millisecond difference. All right, I'm gonna do one more, and then I will call it good. It's actually two losses in a row, I believe. So, but that one was a little too close. I didn't like that one. I kind of wanna. That should have been a win. This is a really clear downtrend. Um, so not going to be a very strong cross because it's already in the oversold area, but yeah, we'll test this. This is an interesting one. Well, that's that, guys. 3 losses in a row. Unfortunately, this happens sometimes, so at this point we stop. Hope it was interesting for you and you kind of learned something. Um, Let me know if you have any questions and like the video if you like it. Thanks. Bye.